Hello, guys, and I guess gals who are interested in Vietnam. The rare of you who are there, hello, and welcome to my channel, Tomato. This time we'll be playing Vietnam 65. It's Slytherin's new game about being in Vietnam in the year 65. We're probably going to be shot at by a ludicrous amount of crazy, screaming Asian Vietnamese people, and possibly have several interesting scenarios happen. Let's get into a game at super hard difficulty. Because, you know, there's no fun when it's easy. Anyways, this is the activity report to basically tell us some stuff, and let's take a look at what we've got here. Alright, so we've got a rather sparsely forested region as far as Vietnam goes, and our base down here, away from things. We have a river in the way, and a road running through the main middle part right here. So, first thing I should highlight is we'll have to build a few things called fire bases. And these are basically going to be sort of resupply points, they're kind of like little harbors for our people, who are kind of like little ships, if, you know, people were ships, which they're not. But still, you get the metaphor. And so we're going to have to set up a few fire bases. I'm thinking one right about here to provide for these three, one right about here to provide for these two and this guy, or one right about here for these two, one right about here, one right about here to stretch those two, and maybe one for right there. Or one right about here for those three. That should work. Also need infantry to patrol these, and helicopters. Now, let's see what we have on staff, just by default. Alright, so we got a Huey. Let's load up some infantry. And let's just get some guys out. Let's just start it off. Let's get some guys out. Let's get some, I do have it set to offload, right? So we'll set off to offload just to make sure we can offload some guys as soon as we get to wherever we're going. And I'll set out some guys on a relatively short patrol. Just step them out right here. Take the infantry, walk them in. And, let's see who would it take longer to go to. We'll go to this guy next. We'll bring the Huey. Actually, if this Huey can, we'll take it back to base and pick up some green berets next time. I think I picked the same Huey. Whoops. Grab some infantry. These guys are going to go out a little bit deeper in that direction. So we'll offload these guys around about here.
Aircraft en route.
Another thing we're going to do, we're going to grab yet another Huey. Load up some guys.
Moving to LZ.
Pop that infantry on there. And these guys are probably going to be the ones we deploy the deepest. So one guy for these three villages. One guy for these three villages. And for these four, we'll pop one guy down right about here
En route.
to begin his tasking, which will be just kind of patrol down the road, then go up, unless something else is to occur. So what we have now is an engineer unit. We'll go and set up our air base right about here.
Moving to coordinates.
I guess I'll have him. What does this button do? Weird. I have no idea. Howitzers. I just want to see the range on a few of these things. So this village is relatively safe under our guns, so we shouldn't have to patrol that too often. Maybe put the fire base right about here then, and cover this, so that we can get maximum effect for all of our whatever they're called. So that'll pretty much end the first turn. Oh yeah, so we'll put one right about here since we don't need to patrol this one. This guy will go up here. That'll pretty much end the first turn. Not much super special going on.
Some units have no orders.
Who's that acting? Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys haven't. Actually, no, these guys will go on an initial patrol there.
Some units have no orders.
I'm sorry that our artillery has not fired. And we'll see if we got any contacts, anything? Nope. So I guess these guys will continue walking along. These guys will continue with their current orders. I might have this helicopter run a resupply of these guys.
Unit en route. No new intel. Unit
Nothing?
en route.
Not even like a little smidgen of new intel?
Carrying out existing orders.
He'll drop up those infantry there.
Unit en route.
I'll wander
No
over here.
new intel. Unit
To that
moving
river.
to coordinates.
And I think these guys will run a resupplyment. 7, 7, 5, 5. Yeah, they'll run a resupply of. They'll run a resupply of their own guys.
Embarking supplies.
Because it's going to take a while to get some forward outposts out there. And I want to secure this initial region first. So once we have this region secured, we can lock down those 4 cities for our own. And that should pretty much do it for that part. So we'll go ahead and kick it to the next turn.
Orders.
Pray to God that our engineer makes it all the way. Is that... But that wasn't the turn,
Some
was it?
units have no orders.
Who's not moved?
Units
Vortex, continue
to
moving.
coordinates.
Oh, Do we have anyone who we can pick up at all?
LZ.
Oh, okay. Didn't mean to pick him up. You can just put him back down. Alright, I made a mistake. Whoops.
Some units have no
Wait,
orders.
who isn't moved? You know what, I'm just
Some
gonna say
units have
screw
no
it.
orders.
I know what I'm talking about. Maybe. So these helicopters will have to get back in.
Data resupply on this unit ASAP. Carrying out existing orders.
I think that resupplies them. I'm not entirely sure
Unit
though.
en route.
I'm not sure. I'll have to actually order them in there to see if it resupplies them. I feel fairly confident they have enough supplies though. Those guys are going to be out there for a while, but they're going to run out of supply soon. They're going to leave my supply range. I'm actually going to get this guy to resupply them.
My mission commenced.
So yeah, change of plans slightly, but I mean whatever. Go back home.
Unit moving out. Unit
Go walk up
en
there.
route.
Fire base, forward base. Alright. We'll probably build a fire base, or a forward base right up about there.
Unit moving to coordinates.
These guys are going to move down
Moving
there.
out.
These guys are going to move up here.
Unit moving out.
They will just kind of routinely patrol along this route. And I'm just going to run these green berets straight through the woods and then straight back again just to double check that our area is secure. I don't want this Huey to fall out of the sky from having no supplies, so I'm going to kind of bring them back home and make sure that... Oop, no.
Unit holding position. All units have been given orders.
Yay. Someone's getting shot up. I'll have to find out where.
Unit en route. Unit moving to coordinates.
Build me a... Genius I am. Build me a fire base. Right, build me a fire base. Not here, but here.
Constructing fire base.
Strange.
Unit moving to coordinates. Intel on RPG location.
RPGs.
Unit en route.
Alright, we'll add that to that guy's list of objectives. Go fuck them up.
Unit moving to coordinates. Unit moving out. Unit
You guys
request
go back
resupply.
over here and...
Unit en route.
No,
Unit
stop!
moving out.
Stop in the
Unit
resupply
en route.
place. Are you supplied yet? Resupply yourself.
Unit request
I can't tell if they've been resupplied or
Unit en
not.
route. Unit moving to
No,
coordinates.
stop.
Unit en
That's
route.
the only thing I want them to do is stop when I've told them to go places. Ah, whatever.
Unit moving
I think this will resupply someone. And if not, we just buy a new Huey. It's not like the American people will protest to us needlessly losing people in the middle of Vietnam. Is that a Vietnam village? That is a Vietnamese village. Big no-no, guys. Should know that by now. I am going to buy one thing for all these deep raids we're kind of doing. Let me get me a Chinook. These things can truck it.
Resupply mission commenced.
They're fast. Well, the more that they have a lot of fuel. Also, they're really fast. So this is going to be our resupply workhorse thing. The Hueys are going to work on ferrying troops, and the Chinook's going to work on these really deep ones. We're going to make sure we're secure. I mean, we're going to have stuff coming and flying around, but this Chinook is here to make sure that we can, you know, blow shit up. Also, we'll have to get that guy up there eventually, so we might pick up this guy and do some stuff. But these guys are going to be mostly fine. They need to get resupplied, though, so I'll send one of our still alive Hueys up
Some
there.
units have no orders. Unit en route. Encounter
Oh, Jesus.
battlefield. Our units are taking casualties. Clearing mines.
Alright, we
Unit
exploded.
moving out.
Hooray for
Carrying
Vietnam.
orders. Unit moving to
Alright, and we'll probably wind up...
Unit request supply ASAP.
Dude,
Unit en route.
hang out in the supply base. The base they lost supply. I'm gonna bring these guys back. I don't have to worry about ferrying them supply to. You're going to... How are you guys supplied? They have 3. They have enough. These guys do not. I might try air supply to see how that works. And... I'm actually going to have you pick up
Moving to LZ.
that howitzer. I'm going to have them drop it off at this firebase since it's more likely to encounter enemy explosions. And since these guys seem to be having a rather shitty day, may or may not consider picking someone up. We might as well go out there with supplies. Actually, these guys are going to need supplies desperately, so,
Embarking supplies.
yeah.
Need a resupply on this unit ASAP.
You guys sweep for mines. I don't know if there's any explosions littered about. You do what you're gonna do. Drop your supplies. Good job. Now go back home.
Unit moving out.
So yeah, those deep raids are gonna be kind of
Unit
tricky. That Chinook should really help.
Unit en
So we
route.
should aspire to keep that Chinook going. Now, oh, I get it. These fires are lit when there's new intel.
Unit
Look at that,
moving
helping their
forward.
buddy walk along because he's been meta wounded. Oops. Kind of wanted to know that information. Never mind, I'll look it up later. Anyway, so just hang tight. And I guess I'll get these guys to come out here. They'll come out in a little bit. They've got enough supply to wait out there for a while, which is all we really need to make sure they have. And I bet you there's some guys up there, so it'd be good to get this firebase firing.
Unit moving out.
I really don't want to move that guy down just yet, but I also don't have anyone to... Well, I don't know. Oops. Anyway, I'm feeling like this video's gone on long enough. So yeah, that's going to be our general strategy for the time, is these three are going to be grouped into group 1. This is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3, and this is our long shot base over here, this village. This village is going to get so screwed over. But these two are going to be the hardest ones to get. Second hardest, easy group. And this guy's kind of on the edge. So yeah, that's our general strategy for the time. We'll probably introduce more airstrikes, more explosions, more goodness, and... Oh, hey, wait, I'm just going to do an aerial resupply for these guys.
Emergency supplies deployed.
Hooray! Go save the day.
Coordinates.
Alright, that fixes that problem. We'll be able to do that again later. Anyway, as always, I have been your Jungle Commander Tomato. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in our next Rotten-Fested episode. Good day.